What's up, everybody? Welcome to This Week in Geek. I am your host, Brian. Along with me, my co-host, Kadri. He is joining us from the beautiful city of New York. Danny is not going to be able to join us tonight. He is doing some other things today, and so we wish he could be here, but he is unavailable tonight. But he sends us love, and hopefully we'll have him back next week. Anyway, so if you've seen the promo, you know tonight we're going to be talking about Supergirl, and we want to make sure you understand there will be spoilers. And then also we will be talking about the first 3 episode drops of X-Men'97, with episode 4 coming out on Wednesday.
Yay!
And then we have a whole bunch of other things to talk about. If you've read the description in YouTube, you'll see all that. I put Kadri's agenda on there, as I always do, so you know what our plans are and what to talk about. But as first, we like to start off with our pickups for the week. So, Kadri, do you have some pickups you want to show off this week?
Sure, why not? Well, I think I showed this off last week, but I finally opened him.
Nice.
My Player 2 Blanca. I also got the glow-in-the-dark one coming from Entertainment Earth. It's very soon. That's just one thing. Oh, let me stand this guy up since he's... let's see. Oh, my greatest prize.
Mm-hmm.
Is I went to Dave's Hot Chicken and they had the X-Men meal. And I managed to snag 3 out of the 4 X-Men toys from the kids' meal.
And I already know the answer, but I will let you tell the fine folks out there who are watching us on the replay. What'd you think of the food?
I thought the food was pretty good. I liked the chicken sandwich. I actually liked the fries and how they seasoned it. It was actually pretty good. Although the funny thing is, my kids thought the food was turbo ass.
Well,
they were not fans.
They also had to wait, 40 minutes for you to get back with it, because that's the closest one to you?
Yeah, so I'm like, hey, kids, that's the risk you take.
Yeah, I mean, fast food, anything pretty much doesn't do well after 40 minutes. So they might have had a different opinion had they had it fresh there. But I had it as well. I got a meal. I got the Wolverine. I was worried that if Kadri didn't get it, because we were joking that he would get all Jean Greys, which is not that there's anything wrong with Jean Grey. It's just, if you have to pick, for me, it'd be Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, and then Jean Grey. But anyway, I was worried I'd have to give him mine, but I didn't. I had the chicken, I don't know, chicken nuggets or chicken tenders, but they were quite tasty. It had a medium sauce. The fries were great. It does not come with the drink, and it is a little pricey. It was like 16 bucks, I want to say, something like that. 16, 17 bucks.
With a large drink, it's around 20.
Yeah, I mean, it is a large portion meal. It's really not, to me, it's not a kid's meal.
Kids' meal, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a lot for my oldest son, let alone my youngest. So it's a collector's adult meal. But that's just.
But for me, to be honest with you, it's a fucking tease. Like, I could probably eat 3 of those.
Really? Maybe the sandwich. Again, I got the chicken nuggets, and there was like 8 of them in there, and they were decent size. They were
the fries, not so much. But
the fries were a little light, but the fries were good. I like the fries.
Yeah, I like how they season them.
But see, I got lucky. They literally just opened one like a week or 2 before this whole promotion started, because otherwise I don't even know where the closest one is. But I can guarantee you I wouldn't have been driving out there. I would have probably just ordered the figures online or something. But yeah, no, the food is good.
But did you see how much
Dave's chicken, and for bringing back like a real Happy Meal, type toy, like a real kids meal toy. Like, it's been a long time since we had good ones. I mean, I know McDonald's is kind of back and forth, but
did you see how much the toys are going for on eBay? They're like $40. Some of them.
Because not everybody has a Dave's Chicken near them. Like I said, I didn't have any near me. And again, you're going to end up finding them in flea markets in a few years. And it's nothing that, I mean, they're cool little toys. I will give them that. They remind me kind of the Hardy's toys, the Hardy's X-Men toys that came out a while ago. You do need the base to stand them up, it seems like.
You do.
Green, I needed the base. But they remind me a lot of the Hardy's toys. Did you ever see those? They had like
Yeah, I
blob.
remember them. I used to want so badly to get the Hardee's toys, but in Louisiana, like they fried things with pork fat, so certain restaurants we couldn't go to. Like Popeyes, we couldn't eat because they fried it in pork fat. KFC, we couldn't go near. Like we had to.
That's how old McDonald's fries used to be. That's why they had to
Yeah, well,
switch.
yeah. Well, when we were living in Louisiana, they had already switched it to back to the whatever not pork, and then the only fried chicken we could ever eat was Church's,
Right,
which
cool.
ironically was owned by the same company as Popeyes.
Whatever. Let's not get into a tangent. Let's see what else you got.
Next. All right. So this came today from Amazon.
So it's the same as the other one, but in darker colors.
Yeah, but I don't feel like it's accurate to the film. I feel like the colors are too dark. I don't know. What do you think?
I literally compared my old one to the new one, and it's literally just darker. That's all I
Yeah. Well, no, and the spider symbols are different.
Very, very close. I don't know about the back. I only looked at the front.
Well, the back, the spider symbols on both the front and the back are different. It kind of reminds me of it closer to being like Andrew Garfield's.
Maybe the
spider symbol
a little bit more.
Huh?
Maybe the webbing is a little bit more.
Yeah, the webbing.
Hold
and
yours
the
up.
funny thing.
Hold yours up to the camera so people can see. Yeah, the webbing is a little bit different. It looks very similar.
And the spider symbol is different too. That's the old one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that one's smaller on the back.
Yeah. So, but I feel like
based figure.
Just it's the same figure. It's just darker colors, and the spider symbols are different. And the thing is, the webs are still sculpted on, not painted. So, and the other thing is too, compared to the movie itself, from what I saw from the trailers, I feel like the blues are lighter in the movie compared to this one. My guess is this is like concept. They did it based off of concept art, maybe.
They always do.
So that's all right. So since we looked at movie Spider-Man, my next pickup, still sticking with Spider-Man here.
Gamerverse?
Hell no! This is the Figarts Gamerverse.
So sorry to interrupt.
So it's a nice figure, but the problem you have is you see this little thong piece here.
That thong.
Like you could see that like this could potentially break very easily because I already seen like a little bit of like stress marks on it when I was articulating it.
And this is the authentic one?
Yeah. No.
Maybe if you weren't trying to spread out your Spider-Man's legs so much so you can get in there, maybe it wouldn't be such a problem.
Ha.
Hey, somebody's got to cover for Danny since Danny's not here.
Well, of course. Okay, so now that we got that.
I guess I shouldn't have dropped that joke. We lost 2 viewers as soon as I dropped that.
Oops. All right, so then I had gotten this a while ago, but I didn't really show it off. But this is the Desert Commando Snake Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took a page out of Danny's book after the show Monday. I tried hunting down the Fortnite Snake Eyes. So now I have almost every Snake Eyes that's come out. The only one I'm missing,
including Sigma 6 and 3 3/4 inch.
No, just the GI Joe classified Snake Eyes.
Oh.
So I have every classified Snake Eyes except for the retro carded one. I tried looking it up. That thing goes for almost $200.
Well, a lot of that's because the card is so flimsy on those. If you find one loose, you might be able to get it cheaper.
Yeah, but cheaper.
It's Hasbro. They're going to release him again on a stronger card. You'll get him then.
Yeah, so I'm not too worried about it. So, sticking with imports now, this was part of my childhood here. So, for those that don't know, this is Hiro Yui from one of my favorite anime of all time, or franchise of all time, Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. He's the main protagonist of the show.
I mean, he looks like someone you can just use in toy photography.
You can. The only thing with him is he's so tiny, right? He's like super tiny and everybody's like, oh, it's a teenage body, you know. I'm like, okay.
But like I said, you can use him as like a background bystander type thing, you know. Or
point taken. But here, same company, both from Tamashii. This is Yuta from an anime called Jujutsu Kaisen, or JJK to those who adoringly. This is also a teenager. Kind of see that this.
I mean,
well, I mean, he is a sorcerer with a katana, so he probably works out a lot. Oh, let's see what else we got here.
I see Doctor Strange in the weight room all the time.
And then I finally got. Oops, sorry. And then I finally got my hands on a Maul Shadow Lord.
Nice. I need to get that one.
So he finally shipped. He finally shipped.
What I saw, somebody posted up at a Walmart that they had them near them.
Yeah, they did. Then I finally opened this guy up. Savage Dragon. I put him with the non-mustache. The sucky part is it came with a cardboard box of the cover instead of a comic like Shadowhawk did.
Okay.
And I was like, damn, that's a bummer. Like, but he's a pretty cool figure. The only thing is mine has a slight QC issue. The elbow on this guy is a little loose on this end. But I mean, it's not terrible. But overall, I like the figure for what it is.
I still love this one by Toy Biz.
Yeah, the Toy Biz one I still have. Is just I'm not really like I feel like he's too tiny. And then
I mean different era.
I know, but last but not least, I got the In-Art Arkham Origins Batman. Really good figure, but you know, they say it's 1/12, but it's not really 1/12. It's more like 1/10 scale, which is closer to the McFarlane. But it's a very nice figure, no QC issues, has decent articulation except for the ab crunch, which doesn't go much. But again, he's armored. He's in tactical armor. So I don't really expect him to have like crazy articulation. So I'm okay with it. But again, it's nice.
Nice. Did you show off Mephisto last week?
I got him, but I didn't open him yet, so maybe next week.
Whatever. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's about it.
All right. Well, I also got a Spider-Man figure, as if you saw my first ever Marvel Legends review of a figure that I threw on YouTube, and everyone's giving me crap about. Apparently, I don't sound very excited about it.
Yeah, I saw it. Oh, yeah, this is how his head looks. Then it looks down on the elbows.
No, didn't right. Come on. I tried to do what I see all the other guys do. I honestly
he sounded like the guy from the Clear Eyes commercials.
Listen, I was really tired and I was trying to just put it together, and I was trying for 3 days. I've been so busy with work. I just wanted to get it out there before it became too late, like most of my reviews or most of my photo reviews lately, because I have no time. So I was just trying to get something up and give it a first go. So I'm willing to take the criticism. You can do it on oh wait, hold on. It's getting Jeff in here. So take off. Anyway, my name is
Jeff.
Jeff, you beautiful soul, you save my butt every time I come to your store. Thank you, my friend. You are such a good friend to me. Thank you. And thank you for always stopping in to say, normally, my name is Jeff, but it's getting Jeff in here.
Actually, we forgot to name our sponsors before we started.
We'll get there. All right. Next up, you had originally gotten this for me, but you wanted to keep one for yourself, and I wanted one. This is Hit and Run. This is one of my most anticipated G.I. Joe classified figures after 86. I really love all the waves of G.I. Joe up until 87. After that, I'm a little bit more picky and choosy, like most people, I think. But yeah, this is Hit and Run was always one of my favorites from the, I want to say this was 89, 88, I think 88 was when he came out. So I got him. And so Kadri's going to keep his. This, my friend Dave picked up for me. He found this at Target.
Oh, wait.
This is the Harvey Bullock, Renee Montoya Build-A-Figure.
Oh, I've been hunting though. I've been hunting for those. I have zero luck finding them.
He also found me the one I wanted the most.
Oh, so you're halfway there.
I am, and he said he can grab me Talia, but Robin's the other one I really want. But I want all 4 of them so I can make the Build-A-Figure because I want the Montoya. But yeah, I was not into this line originally. I think they're very overpriced, but Ventriloquist is one of my favorite Batman the Animated Series villains. Just really like what they did with him, and I just like his character, and he doesn't get a lot of toys made, so I really wanted him. I've always wanted a Bullock. The last time they released him in the 4-pack, and I was kind of hoping to catch it when it was on discount, but I missed it. And Montoya,
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah, everybody was kind of playing clearance chicken on it. And then
eventually,
here's one of my prized possessions, my little Jackie man. He's hoping to be a big YouTube star one day, so he's saying hi. He just got a fresh head shave and came from the batting cages where he kicked butt. All right, last but not least, for this week, we got Mephisto. I got mine and my buddy Pete's in. Very excited to get him. Haven't had a chance to open him up yet.
Speaking of, those fuckers canceled my second one.
It didn't come together? Both mine came together.
No. I got charged for both. And then the other one got canceled. No, I'm sorry. I got charged for one. They never charged me for the other one. And then they canceled it today. So I just got the cancellation notice.
Did you order it separate times?
Yes. I ordered it literally right before the second one, right before it closed.
Okay.
So my guess is, I don't know why they canceled it. I was gonna message them, but I'm like,
that happened to my buddy Juan too. They canceled his without even telling him why. They just canceled it, and then when they went, because they have the ones that people don't end up paying for or don't get charged for or whatever. When they went back up for sale again, he was able to get a new one after a couple different tries. So maybe try again. I don't know.
So I'm just gonna wait. If they're still available when I get paid next week, I'll grab a second one. But if not, at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm good with one.
I mean, I'm excited to open him up. I literally got him July 3rd. I just haven't had the chance to open him yet. July 2nd or 3rd. I don't know. Whenever I post on Instagram about getting them. But yeah, so that's it for me for pickups outside of comics, which you can see on my new Comic Book Wednesday pickups. I didn't post those on Instagram, but I did post it on TikTok. A lot of David Nakayama and Alex Ross covers this week for me. This coming Wednesday, a lot of Absolute Batman. I think Absolute Green Arrow also drops. I don't know, one of the other Absolute books drops, and then also the new Daredevil. So there's a lot of books I'm gonna be picking up this week because I get like all the covers for those. But anyway, real quick, it's coming up on 7:30, and I know Blurred Alert's about to start, and I get it, they're a bigger show. If you do go to them, please make sure to tell Quip we say hello, as we love Quip. And make sure you come back and check us out if we're still on. If not, check us on the replay. A lot of people have been telling me, oh, I like watching your show, but I like watching Blurred Alert. And I get it. We get it. We're trying to get up there. Quip's great dude. Love him on Geek Dad Life. Love him on Blurred Alert. I always catch the replays of since we're now on his time. But yeah, we didn't do it on purpose. But anyway, Kadri's probably sitting there going, what are you talking about? People messaging me. So anyway, so go check out Blurred Alert. Please come back to us. Catch us on the replay. See what you missed. We're going to be talking about Supergirl, X-Men'97. What are the other game things you were saying, Kadri? You know more about them than I do.
Oh, no, I was just wanting to talk about the Marvel Tokon announcement from during EVO.
Let's try to get to all that. We got our pickups out of the way. Before we move on, let's give a shout out to our sponsors.
Turbo Toys.
Turbo Toys. That's Turbo Toys with a Z. Find them on Instagram, Facebook, and they are in Prospect Heights, Illinois. Great vintage shop with lots of great vintage stuff. They have newer stuff too, but it's mainly vintage and stuff like that. They have everything from Legos to Marvel Legends to old G.I. Joe Classified, old any 80s, 90s property you could think of, buttons, cards, board games, Legos, video games, retro video games, like all that stuff. And they got it all. Statues, you name it. High end, low end, doesn't matter. They got great little digger bins. So much fun stuff at Turbo Toys. There's, it's not by chance that they're a sponsor. They have been great to me over the last several years. They have that new location right next to the old location. And then they also have next to them the Dungeon Night Armory. I got to remember the name of it. I'll try to put it up later. But there's another great shop next to them that sells a lot of vintage like D&D and Warhammer and stuff like that. And I always get the name mixed up because of it's similar to a gaming place I used to know, but they also sell a lot of vintage toys, vintage video games, vintage comics. So yeah, another great place to check out that's right next door to Turbo Toys. So big shout out to Turbo Toys. Go check out Alan and Keith over at Turbo Toys. Great guys. Tell them that This Week in Geek sent you. Okay.
Or Twig.
And if it's your first time in there, make sure to tell them, because you will get a discount for your first time visit. And they do remember their customers. So make sure to go out there and check them out. Tell them that Twig sent you. All right. And before we move on, normally we'd have Danny do this, but he's not here. So also a shout out to Mr. Wayne's Pop Culture. What's the full name? I should know this. I'm sorry.
Pop culture, toys and collectibles.
Toys and collectibles. It's a tongue twister for me. But Mr. Wayne's in Westmont, Illinois. Great shop. The guys we had on, Gordy and Joe, last week, they are Joe works there, and Gordy gets stuff to review from them. Great guys. We loved having them on, and it was super cool to have them here. But they also, Joe works at the shop, and like I said, Goldie gets stuff to review there all the time. So you'll find those guys and Danny a lot of times over there. Danny buys a lot of stuff from them. Great shop, great guys who run the place. Definitely suggest getting out there and checking it out. So thank you to our sponsors. We appreciate you, because without you, we couldn't do this, as we don't have a Patreon or anything. So yeah, thanks so much. Moving on, we're going to get right into talking about Supergirl. We both have commented on it. I know I liked the movie. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. We didn't get into spoilers last time, which always kind of curdles Kadri's blood, but we're going to just dive right into it and just kind of run through it really quickly. Kadri, you want to start us off? I don't remember. Did you like the movie? You disliked the movie? What was your feelings on it?
Well, where do I begin? I liked it until the end, because I read the book before watching the movie, which, honestly, if you want to really enjoy the film, don't read the book. I tell people this now.
I told you, I don't really agree with that, because the movies are never exactly like the books.
Let me stop you right there.
All right.
Because Mr. Gunn said adamantly that this movie is a direct adaptation of Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. So,
but Lobo's not in Supergirl World of Tomorrow.
Okay, he was added for fan service. I get that. Because, again, in my head, they know that, Supergirl's not really a very popular character. And you've even said this, that they added Lobo as fan service because they think that Supergirl alone couldn't carry the film. Which, I agree with you. Mm-hmm. Now, here's the problems that I have with the movie. One, they did not adapt Woman of Tomorrow at all. And I found out some interesting information about the writer and the director. Mm-hmm. So everybody kept saying this was Anna Nogueira's first script. Yes, technically this was her first script. But apparently for years, she was hired as a script fixer. So for those that don't know, basically, sometimes when the studios don't think a script is really that great, they'll hire someone to take a look at the script and fix it, but most of the time they don't get credit for it. Okay. So apparently she worked on a couple of DC films, I don't remember off the top of my head which ones, but she's also done other films as well. So this is actually her first credited first writing credit that she got. But I think, in my opinion, I feel like her script completely missed the mark when it came to adapting the source material. Like the most egregious sin of this film is changing the ending completely, because, as you know, she goes, "Oh, Ruthie, I don't want you. Don't lose your innocence. Don't kill him. It's not worth it." Then she turns around and goes,
well, it's very much about saving Ruthie from having to, kill somebody and live with that for the rest
understood. But
that I'm making sure those who are watching and might not want to see it or want to know what the context is about.
But but then Supergirl turns around and kills Krem. And it's like, really? You literally just sat there and told this little girl not to kill him. But then it's like, and then you literally pulled a Snyderverse Superman and was like, "Oh well, fuck you, die." And it's like, was your budget that low that you guys couldn't literally adapt? Like, you could have even done an after credits scene.
No, we talked about this and I agreed. I felt like they could have left it, instead of her killing him at the end. She could have brought him to, they could have showed him like the cell doors closing on him, or him being thrown in the Phantom Zone or whatever it was. And then the first cutaway scene could have been him like showing how he, is about to get out and he's rehabilitated and realizes all the sins he's made, like in the book. And, that he was going to be a changed man and start doing good. And then do another cutaway scene after some more credits, and then showed Ruthie waiting for him at an older age, as like an older woman, that right when he steps out just shows her just killing him. And it would have,
well, they don't have to kill him. The book doesn't kill him.
Well, or at least showed her, putting the sword through him.
Or
whatever. But
or what they could have done was, after that cutaway scene, he goes to where Ruthie is and asks for forgiveness, and instead she just fucking knocks him out.
Yeah, whatever.
And tells him, "Go fuck yourself," just like the end of the book.
It could have been a good cutaway, and then Supergirl doesn't look like, she's everything that she's saying not to be. So,
or like the other thing is,
at the end of the day, I'm okay with the ending. It didn't bother me that much, but I did like the original book ending better.
Well, and that's the thing. And however, and also another interesting point was that apparently this isn't the director's original cut of the film. Apparently they screen tested two versions: the studio's version and the version and then Craig Gillespie's original vision, which was, but they said it was only like 11 minutes longer, and there wasn't that many, and it wasn't that different from the film, from what the studio had. But the studio version tested better, but only by a couple of points. So they decided to go with that version.
All right. Well, listen, if they're smart, they'll put it out as an alternate take, or as like a bonus ending, or whatever, a bonus DVD type of thing, something. And I'm sure we'll get a chance, because they love to make money. If they've already got it and it's already in the pan, then chances are we'll end up seeing it at some point.
Who knows? But the thing, that's the thing with me. I feel like it just, in my head, was just like, what the fuck was James Gunn thinking when he selected the writer? And I understood why they selected.
I'm not in the industry, so I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe it was the best option, and maybe he wanted to give someone their first shot. Who knows?
But again, I understand that she was because I thought that this was like her first film ever. But then, upon further research, it turned out for years she was a script fixer. So it's like, okay, but just because you're a script fixer doesn't necessarily mean you're like you can fix scripts, but can you? But it's apparently obvious
A grip and a key grip are two different
for
positions.
things. Exactly. So it's like, so.
Well, listen.
So I'm like,
let's go through it though. I mean, like, you liked the movie, right? You thought it was a fun movie.
yeah, I enjoyed the parts that I liked. It's just, to be honest with you, the end just really ruined it for me. It's just that it made it turned the rest of the movie into shit for me. That's the reason I gave it a 7.
Listen, 7 to me is not a bad score. To me, it's like a B minus. An 8 would be a B, a 9 would be an A minus, a 10 would be an A plus, whatever.
Well, the thing is, I was also being generous because really the ending to me was kind of like everything, because it's like
you were very upset about the ending, and then after we talked about it a little bit more, it seemed like you weren't better about it, but I don't know. Like, listen, it's very funny because I actually have enjoyed trying to kind of read up on both sides of people's takes on it, and I see a lot of women being like, if you don't like this movie, then you hate women and this, that, and the other. And there's that very big extreme. And then there's the other extreme of, I didn't hate it, but it just seemed very Guardians. And, it's
well, that's essentially what it was.
Oh, I mean, it is. I mean, like I said it last time on the last show. It's like whenever somebody gets sucked out into space, which seems to happen a lot in James Gunn's movies, they always end up living, even when they're in like a human form, which essentially she was, because she wasn't around a yellow sun. They always get the same ice crystal thing, but don't die right away for some reason. But again, there was a lot of spaceship stuff, a lot of bar fights, a lot of like space creatures and stuff, which I loved. I was all about that.
Oh, a lot of the Star Wars nuts.
Yes.
Are always like, dude, I love the alien effects in the film.
And I'm a Star Wars nut. So I really enjoyed seeing other creatures that I didn't have to know that they were directly. I mean, you can read Superman, Girl of Tomorrow, Woman of Tomorrow, and you can read through it and you'll see different creatures in the background that you don't know which species they are or whatever. But again, to me, that was fun. That was part of the fun of it. It was just like being in the cantina again in Star Wars, where you're like, you're so enamored with looking around you and seeing all the different creatures that you don't necessarily, you're having fun just checking out all the different creatures and how they are. And there was kind of like a moment where, Ruthie upsets another alien and you hear Supergirl come over and be like, oh, you threw something on the ground, which is basically like saying something. I can't remember what she said, but she was saying it's basically saying like you're a bad mother or something like that to the alien. It was reminded me very much of like Star Trek, because there was a scene in Star Trek that's very similar.
Of course.
But again, it's just like, to me, it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of action. You start off with her being drunk and not caring, and like she's got a spaceship. And I know a lot of people go, well, why does she have a spaceship? Well, she needs somewhere to live. Like, if she's going off to these places that are far away, like, and she's not going to have her power so she can get drunk, she's got to have a place to stay and store all her shit and have a place for crypto and whatever else. So that didn't bother me. Because, obviously she's Supergirl. You would think she doesn't need a spaceship, but she needs a spaceship if she's going to be on.
Yeah, if she's going to places with the red sun, how the fuck is she going to travel?
Exactly. So I can get over that, but a lot of people seem to be like trying to like punch that home, and I'm like, that you're not even
your argument.
She has one. But again, people are finding any which way they can to nitpick it, and I think it's really
mostly the red pill fucking always shitting on the I hate woke culture types that are like, and again, I watched a lot of their reviews of it, and I'm like, okay, you guys have some valid points, but a lot of their other points are just stupid. Like, they're all saying, oh, Millie Alcock's ugly. No, she's not.
Not even a little bit. She's a beautiful woman.
She did her performance as Supergirl, I thought was really good.
I thought her acting sold me so well on it. I loved her in that little clip at the end of Superman. I thought she was great, and I was excited to see this. And a lot of people are saying Supergirl was too soon because she's not a heavy hitter like a Flash or a Wonder Woman, or
but she's not. Yes, I understand that.
But a lot of the stuff he said he was going to be coming out with were not A-list type things. But look at Peacemaker. Yeah. People love Peacemaker, and he was about as D-list as you can get.
Yeah, exactly.
Now he's considered like a B-lister. He's like, right underneath the Justice League. You can throw him in with like, Vigilante, and some would say Green Arrow, because Green Arrow's, I think he's an A-lister, but a lot of people call him a B-lister. Again,
you also, and I also saw a lot of comparisons with the MCU, and I'm like, think about it this way: when Iron Man came out, nobody expected it to be a success. And then it succeeded. Then the Hulk came out. It was not as successful as Iron Man, but it moved the story forward.
I really enjoyed that movie.
And it's the same. I feel like the Supergirl is the same as Incredible Hulk. My only problem with it, again, is the significant changes between the source material and the movie. Like, again, like for instance, like if we go through all the beats, the major differences in the film is all of Ruthie's family dies in the film, but in the book it was only her father, and he only got killed because he didn't laugh at Krem's joke. He wasn't even a weapons maker. It was just him, and it's just them meeting up with each other. He made it some kind of political joke. He didn't laugh at it, so he stabs him. And the sword originally belonged to Krem in the book. And then
again, I am not going to die on the sword, no pun intended, of being like, oh, it's not exactly like the book. And I get why you're upset about that, because you're saying James Gunn said it's directly like it. Okay, fine. But movies, cartoons, I mean, different media is never the same as the book. And I have no problem with that.
But you got to look at it at a deeper level than that, because here's the thing.
But I don't. I'm telling you, for me, I don't, because to me, I can enjoy the book for what the book is, and I can look at a different interpretation of it and enjoy it the same. And I did.
And you're very much in the minority in that, because here's the thing.
This is how it's been since as long as I could remember.
Because if you look at it,
but prior to the X-Men, Wolverine in the comics was not Australian.
Yeah, obviously he's Canadian, but
I still love that cartoon.
Yeah, but again, there's a difference between he has an Australian accent and changing the entire fucking premise behind the movie.
Listen, I get that. I mean, I said in our previous thing that in our previous show last week that, or was it last week or the week before? I don't know. But go back, rewind, rewatch. Make sure to like and follow. Listen, when we first talked about it, I said that a lot of people are like, oh, I didn't like the villain. I thought he was very bland and whatever else. I'm like, he's a fucking sex trafficker who kills for the love of killing. Like every time he killed like a family, like I was literally like, what a fucking sick son of a bitch.
Well, that's the thing. The Krem in the book.
Girls, because they ran away from him. Like he killed the weapons makers just because, I mean, he got what he wanted, and the chick was kind of a bitch, but still, she didn't have to die. But again, he was just a bad dude, and he was like so vile that I remember sitting there and being like, I kind of want to go buy what's her name? Miley Alcock.
Millie Alcock.
I kind of wanted to go get the Mark McFarlane figure, but I was kind of like, it doesn't look exactly like her, so I'm not really on that. But I'm like, well, I don't want the villain either, because I really don't like the villain because he's such a douchebag. And that's not something that normally bothers me. But
the thing is,
because he was such a douchebag, he made such a good villain to me. And everyone's like, oh, he was very bland and blah, blah. I really didn't feel that way.
He's different in the book too. He did a lot of mind you, he did a lot of atrocities in the book, but the atrocities he committed in the books are very different from the atrocities committed in the movie, which is, and the thing is, I never got the whole sex trafficker angle too, because it's like, why?
That was trying to identify and make it more understandable. But my biggest thing with the sex trafficking thing is like, to me, if my boys were the same age but girls, and I took them to see that movie, I feel like I'd have a lot of explaining to do and like I think they'd be too young to really be able to understand it, and it would be too, it's too mature of a movie for a young girl.
And it's like all the reviewers,
12 and older is fine, but it's a lot for like a little girl to like be hearing about that and seeing that. And listen, as a parent, you've got to teach your kids about this. But I mean, that was pretty rough.
Well, it doesn't matter, because if you look at the statistics, it was mostly men that watched the film.
Well, listen, when I went to see it with my two buddies, like there was quite a few parents with little girls there. I mean, one of them kept bumping into my chair without any concern through the whole fucking movie. But I mean, like, they were young girls, and I was like, I'd be kind of cringing if my kids were, even my boys were at this movie right now, because it's, a lot of killing and like Lobo yelling out like, "Hey, tits!" Like, again.
Was it tits or dits? Because I thought it was dits.
I thought he said tits.
No, he called her dits, not tits.
I thought he said, "Hey, tits." I'm pretty sure my friends thought too, because we were all laughing our asses off.
No, it was dits.
Oh, that's not as funny to me.
But
it would have been more on par for Lobo to say, "Hey, tits," but hey, whatever. I guess I'll have to rewatch it when I rewatch it, I'll have to watch it with the.
But again, like in the book, most of the atrocities he committed were literally like war crimes, because the thing was, he started out as like a low-level guy, but then in the book he started creating his own syndicate and was just like literally murdering people left and right. So because when Supergirl was chasing him, every planet that she went to, she would see the carnage that he caused and like all the things that he's done. And the major difference is, in the movie, Crypto was the main MacGuffin in the film, where she had to go, but in the book, Crypto did get hit with the arrow, but Crypto eventually healed. The only reason why she decided to join Ruthie...
You said it was a MacGuffin. It was a MacGuffin.
So, again, I feel like that was really...
Here are the two hangups with that. Supergirl gets shot out of the spaceship and is about to freeze and whatever, and the sun starts to miraculously come up the horizon, and she's able to get her powers back and is okay. So they kind of say we can't move him or it might make it worse, but it's like, why don't you just jump in a ship and take off towards a red sun and throw him at the red sun and let him heal?
You mean yellow sun?
Yellow, yeah, yellow sun. But again, they did kind of cover that by being like the woman said, like, moving him would cause it to accelerate and he probably wouldn't make the journey. So they kind of cover that ground. But you're kind of like, okay, well, whatever. But the other part of that is that, like, she's Supergirl. If she's at a yellow sun, which she was when she first encounters him and has her powers back, she's Supergirl. Faster than a locomotive, faster than a speeding bullet. She could have just flown by this dude and grabbed the thing off his chest and flown out of there. Bye-bye. Yeah. Again, movie, and then you would defeat the whole purpose of everything.
The film, but again, like I said, it's pretty much, I blame the terrible writing.
I mean, because he's literally wearing it on his chest. It's so it's like he's baiting her to come after it. And if her and Superman are the only two Kryptonians that everyone knows about, how do they know all his weaknesses? How does like the whole universe know his weakness, but yet...
You know why? Because in the book, she was already an experienced superhero.
Well, they showed that she was already on Earth and had already gotten her suit and all that, and probably...
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But the thing is, she was still young. They don't know much about Superman. But in the book lore, she was already like a very experienced superhero. People know her and Clark. Like, they literally, in the book, when she's on that green and yellow planet, in the book, it's a green planet that was specifically made to kill Superman. And so the green sun made him weak, but there's a bunch of dinosaurs in there that would literally eat them alive. And that was the purpose of the planet, to literally kill Superman. And in the end, the yellow sun wasn't what saved her in the book. The book was, I forgot the name of the horse, like some super horse came and saved her. And then Krem ends up killing it. And that was the final straw that broke the camel's back for her. Because after she had convinced Ruthie not to kill him, he kills the horse. She gets fucking pissed. She's about to kill him. Then Ruthie has to convince her not to kill him. And that's when she's like, okay, I'm going to throw you into the Phantom Zone. But in Ruthie's book, it says that she ended up killing Krem. It wasn't until the 300 years later when she releases him is when you find out the truth.
Well,
but that's the whole point of the book. The book made it very poignant, the ending very poignant, and it showed that, yes, Supergirl has her flaws, but she believes in the same things that Clark believes, that you have to be a good person. And she told Ruthie this in the book.
All right. Well, my only other hang up with the movie that was a little bit much for me, and again, these are nitpicks. These are not. I love the movie. I'm not going to lie about it. I love them. I really enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. I had a good time discussing it with my buddies afterwards who also really enjoyed the movie. I had an amazing time because one of them was my best friend Pete,
Right.
And he's a huge Lobo fan. And from the moment Lobo jumps on the screen, he's just loving it. And he's literally like the jokes and everything else. He's just like, he's like shouting out, like, you know, how excited he is and whatever. And he loved it. And so that was fun to see. It's fun to see your buddies, like, you know, see someone they love hit the screen and really hit the mark. And I don't think anybody can take that away.
I get that.
I thought Lobo was like just enough to fit the way he did, and I thought he was a lot of fun. So I have no hangups with Lobo at all. I thought Momoa was great as him. My only other hangup is, like, you see her get sick, and, you know, she's shot with the poison, or she takes the poison that they give her to, you know, because Krem is coming and they're trying to trade for the daughter.
Right.
And it's like, if you know she's Supergirl, then why wouldn't you just tell her he's planning on doing this, and then just hatch a plan to, like, surprise him and take him out or whatever? They have to give her, you know, poison, whatever. But she starts off getting poison, and so you use that as, like, the MacGuffin for why she can't kick everyone's ass at first. And then again, you have her get poisoned by the green. It's like you're constantly just, like, poisoning her,
empowering her. That was the other problem with the film. They kept empowering her.
She even starts off not powered. So it's like that at first is fine with me. If they had just shown her gotten a week or whatever one other time, I would have been okay. But it was just like, okay, you just keep depowering her, so it's like you can make her, like, normal, whatever. But still, it was just like, but when she kicks ass, and I was loving every minute of it. I thought the fight scenes were great. I thought the fight choreography was great. I thought the effects were fantastic. I mean, like I said, I really enjoyed it. Those are just my little hangups. Nothing that, like, I can't get over. I think in today's time, we concentrate so hard on just, you know, trying to make such a bigger deal out of things that don't need to be made a big deal out of. Like, you're allowed to have your hangups. I have hangups about Iron Man. I love that movie. I have hangups about, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, but I love that movie. I mean, whatever. Same with Endgame and Infinity War. There's hangups on everything. But, you know, was it as great as those movies? No, but it was still a good movie. So for me, it's a solid 8 out of 10. My final score on it is an 8 out of 10. It's a B. I'll watch it again. I'm going to watch it probably a few more times. I just, not all around the same time, but you get my point. It just, to me, it had more fun than it had woes. I love the song "The Middle" by Jimmy Eat World, as we've said before.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to discuss. The fucking soundtrack was turbo ass. The
soundtrack
and that needle drop.
Outside of the Blondie song,
it wasn't even in the fucking movie.
Oh, but it was in the trailer, so I put it with it because they typically add the trailer song.
No, but that's the problem. It should have been in the fucking movie. That should have been the needle drop song.
Yes, Jackson.
you put in my room?
Yes, they're in. Yes, they put them in. They should be in there, buddy. Sorry. Did you look on there, buddy? They should be in there.
I mean, look, here's the theatrical. Here's a theatrical figure.
With the coat?
Yeah, I found her.
Okay.
She was very hard to find.
I have not seen her at any Walmart. My
Walmart exclusive. Yeah, but here's the face sculpt. I mean, it's not too bad in person, but I mean, you could still kind of not unsee the white chick's look.
Yeah, I mean, she does have a very distinct look to her, but I think she's. She's not really my type, but I think she's attractive.
No, I think she looks very good in the suit and all the other stuff. Like, is she like I feel like she fit the role well.
And
like,
for all the people saying it should be, what's her name?
Oh, Sydney Sweeney.
Just wait. They haven't cast Power Girl yet. Aren't you going to put the girl with the giant boobs as Power Girl?
Oh, there you go.
And Sarah Sweeney has no problem showing herself off because, as she has said, look at me. Why would I have a problem showing off what I got?
Well, again, it's these. Like I said, it's these these certain type of reviewers who will always shit on anything that they deem as woke.
We live in a world where everybody has an opinion. We're giving ours right now. And at the end of the day, I mean, everybody's always going to see something the way they want to see it, and they're going to be disappointed when it's not the way they want to see it. For me, it's been going on since 1999 when The Phantom Menace came out. I was expecting a certain kind of Star Wars, and I got that, and it had 20 minutes worth of stuff that I enjoyed. But it's still a Star Wars, and I've come around to liking it. But no matter what it had been, it could have been the best Star Wars movie made of all time, and it would not have been what I was expecting because the expectations were set so fucking high.
Well, yeah, but the thing was,
I feel like it was the same for Supergirl.
No, but we talked about this before. We weren't going into this expecting it to be great.
I was.
No, we talked about it. Like, again, we were like, "Oh, do you think this movie will be successful?" We'll be like, "Well, we both had our reservations."
There's a difference. We didn't think it would be successful because of the age of when it's coming out. That's my feeling, and the time when it's coming out. Did I think it was going to be great? I thought it was going to be great because I like James Gunn movies, and because I liked everything I had saw.
That's the other problem with the script.
Would be great financially, no, but I don't think anything outside of Toy Story, which is the Michael movie, which has taken.
It hasn't even crossed $1 billion yet.
But it's getting there, and it probably will because they're keeping it in theaters because it is making money. But things like Masters are not. So, and watch, they'll probably tell you that it made that it's had a huge following on Amazon because it's going to hit Amazon soon. Whatever. At the end of the day, I want them all to do well because I want more. I don't want to give them an excuse to stop making films because I'd rather have movies like Supergirl than have nothing at all. And people forget that. You can shit on them all you want. Oh, I'd rather not have anything. Bullshit. Because then what are you going to be fucking talking about? The Notebook Part 2? I mean, what
I'm not telling you.
Because you know horror movies are doing great right now, but they're going to start getting overdone and you're going to start getting watered down shit soon. It's going to happen.
I pray that doesn't happen, but you know what? You're right.
But you're going to get gems.
Because look what happened to slashers. Look what happened to slashers. Look what happened to slashers in the 80s. As it started to wind down and the 90s started coming around, everybody got sick and tired of slashers. And then they stopped making slashers, and then they started going into the meta horror. And then
what happened after that? A lot of people came back and be like, dude, you don't even know Videodrome is a great movie.
Videodrome is not a slasher, though. Videodrome is art house horror.
Horror flick type movie. I mean,
Videodrome is more art house horror.
All right, don't get technical and get into a tangent. I'm just saying they stay stuff like that. And then you have people like me who grew up watching Night of the Creeps. And I'm like, oh, it's a great movie. And I fucking love it. And then you have there's a lot of people who be like, that movie's terrible. I love that movie for all of its
it's B-movie cheese.
It's the reason why I love Dead Alive, because it's fucking cheesy and terrible. The puppet mouse or whatever rodent thing is phenomenal. Yeah. The lawnmower is phenomenal. It's fucking stupid, But at the end of the day,
well,
I mean, you know it's going to happen. You're going to get a couple movies that are going to be phenomenal. You're going to have ones like Obsession that are going to like make everyone lose their mind about horror flicks, and then you're going to get ones that get here. They're going to throw money at it. You're going to get some garbage, and everyone's going to expect
like
it to
Passengers or Passenger.
I mean, it's going to happen. It's the same thing when you had all the space exploration movies. You know, like you start getting them throwing money at every space movie, and then half of them nobody even goes to watch because they just get tired of them. And I think there is superhero fatigue. And I think because they're the big hitters, everyone's expecting this movie that's going to blow their clothes off of them when they go to see it. And I mean, listen, you're going to have, especially as you have to start introducing lesser known characters to the general public, you're going to have.
That's always been James Gunn's MO, though. That's the thing with him.
And again, look what he did with Guardians. I mean, if he had brought in the original Guardians to start off, do you think it would have been nearly as big as it is?
Oh, hell no.
No, not even the 90s Guardians would have done as well.
Nobody gave a shit about the 90s Guardians.
All that. Again, and he brought them in what, the second one or the third one? Second one. He brought in Stallone and the guy who Brian, what is his name? Brian something, who played Lex Luthor in Smallville, was the Crystal guy.
Right.
Again, he brought in the original to have them be the conflict with the new ones, but you get my point. It's just you're going to get all that watered down shit.
But that's the thing with the like I was telling you, it almost felt like they literally hired Greg Gillespie and they basically gave him the James Gunn superhero movie playbook, and it's like just follow it. And it just proves one thing. It shows that it's kind of showing a trend where they're like, okay, so a DC movie can't be good without James Gunn. Is that the point they're trying to prove? Like, I almost felt like they were setting this movie up for failure. But the only other DC movie that's really going to show and prove the test of time. Well, the other two movies outside of this is going to be Clayface and Batman Part 2. Which, again, if they're smart, they would cancel that fucking Batman movie that they're going to make and bring the Matt Reeves Batman films into the DC universe.
But I thought he didn't want to be a part of it.
Well, they need to fucking figure it out. Because...
Well, isn't the Batman Part 2 the Matt Reeves one?
Yes.
I mean, what's wrong with having two different Batmans? There's tons of different Batman books. You know it's only a matter of time before... If the absolute Batman cartoon does well, you know it's only a matter of time before we get absolute Batman. They'll probably use the guy who plays Reacher and played Aquaman in Smallville.
You're talking about...
Probably have him play absolute Batman because he's so huge.
Actually, he would be perfect as absolute, especially if he dyed his hair black.
Not hard to do.
Yeah.
Big hulking.
I forgot his fucking name.
Yeah, I know. I did too. I always just call him Reacher. But that's a huge dude. I mean, again, listen, let's not get into a tangent. I think we've said enough about this movie. Let's move on to X-Men 97 so we have enough time to get to the other stuff you want to talk about.
Before we get to X-Men 97, there is one small tangent I want to get into. Did you read about the Avengers Doomsday leaks?
No. I'm trying to stay away from Avengers Doomsday stuff. Why?
Yeah, apparently there's the plot for Avengers Doomsday got leaked.
And what are they saying?
Should we go?
No, I mean, is it good or bad? Or like people freaking out about it?
I don't know. The problem is the folks that were talking about it. That guy Nerdrotic.
Mm-hmm.
He always talks shit about everything, so I take everything he says with a grain of salt.
Nerdrotic or Nerdzoic?
No, not Nerdzoic. That's the store. Nerdrotic is this. He's kind of like this, like right winger, like type of.
Enough for me. Because we don't want to tell anybody who might watch this or whatever, because we already had two people drop off.
But again, it's interesting.
Well, I mean, something to go look into. I listen, I think even if the movie is great, it's going to be, you're going to have a lot of people go see it, but you're going to have just as many people pitching. Like I said, people are going to find reasons to bitch because it's not going to be how they see it to be. I think Avengers Endgame is going to be the real last big superhero movie. I mean, the Batman did really well. Spider-Man No Way Home did really well. But I mean, certain things like those movies are going to do great. And
so do you think Brand New Day is going to be a $1 billion film, or do you think...
Yes.
Now, do you think it's going to be better than No Way Home?
That I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm just going to let it be its own movie, and I'll worry about all that stuff later. I'm just going to go into it with like, hey, hopefully them putting in a shit ton of villains isn't going to make it like, Batman and Robin, where it's like, it doesn't focus enough on what I want to see. Because, I mean, already we know Boomerang, Tarantula, Tombstone, the Hand Ninjas, Scorpion. Punisher, Hulk, Scorpion. I mean, it's a lot of fucking different characters. And I want to see that. It's a superhero universe. I want to see that. But again,
Spider-Man's always facing like 6 or 7 fucking villains anyway, so it kind of it's on brand for
the
comic books.
You got Sinister Six and the Sinister Syndicate, and
Superior Foes of Spider-Man.
I mean, that's basically what this is: a superior
foes of Spider-Man. Yeah,
and all you need is Speed Demon, and you're pretty much there. But apparently, there's going to be ties to the next Goblin. I mean, who knows? I don't know. I don't care. I just am looking forward to it. I always love the Spider-Man movies. I mean, I'm just looking forward to a new Spider-Man movie. I hope for its sake it does $1 billion, because that's like the new high mark. I remember when 200 million was the high mark, but yeah. I mean, it's different time, and now they're spending 250 million just to make a fucking thing. But I mean, again, I'm hoping that it really does well. The pre-sales for that and the Odyssey are already through the roof, and people are saying that they're gonna be the big movies at the end of the day, along with Toy Story 5.
And people are giving Odyssey a lot of shit because of certain castings.
Dude,
I'm just like, watch the fucking movie
because it's being done in like old English and shit. I mean,
yeah, with the new what is it? The new female translation or whatever
people gave shit about Troy, and Troy still did phenomenal. People gave shit about
Troy is fucking amazing.
Well, again, it got a lot of bad feedback when it first came out. But anyway, let's not get into a tangent. No. We'll be seeing that by the end. We'll be seeing Spider-Man by the end of the month, and we'll be all over that news too, and all over our thoughts with that as well. And maybe we'll revisit Supergirl, and we'll get like a panel of different people to throw in their 2 cents or whatever. Or maybe we won't. Maybe we'll do that with Spider-Man. We'll see. But anyway, let's move on to X-Men'97. All right, so X-Men'97 dropped with the first 3 episodes you could watch. Episode 4 premiering in 2 days. Well, technically like a day and a half. But the first episode, remind me, the first episode it starts off with them in the future with Cable, a young Cable. Yes. And basically you see Jean and Cyclops trying to say, well, we're here, why don't we just try to raise them on our own, and fuck Mother Ascani, and like they obviously don't know that she's Rachel Summers from the future.
Yep. Who is the Phoenix.
And then you see Forge and Bishop working together, and
they split up.
They split up, and Bishop comes back to get them and whatnot, and gets them.
Well, no, he gets the X-Men in ancient Egypt, while Forge goes to Cable's future.
Yeah.
To get the other stuff.
And then you see the Savage Wolverine with the bone claws. I do love the fact that he kept taking out like the Apocalypse robot guys, and his claws kept breaking off, and he kept like screaming out, because I mean that's gotta hurt. But I love that they like grew back right away. That was so phenomenal. Like his healing factor just kicked in, and they came back, and obviously he doesn't have the adamantium and stuff.
Well, the poison's not slowly killing him now, so now he has his full healing factor, which probably what saved him after getting it removed.
Yeah. But that was really cool to see. I love Storm's look. I mean, obviously, I'm a Storm.
Oh my god!
Anybody who knows me knows I'm a Storm guy, so I thought she looked phenomenal.
I want that on a figure so bad. Like, I want that, and I want those entire outfits. Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna like them, but it's like when I saw them, I'm like, yeah.
I'm really surprised because the artwork for that has been out for some time now. Maybe we'll see it at San Diego Comic-Con, but I'm really surprised they didn't have Wave 1 of Season 2 come out. I mean, all we've gotten so far is Archangel. But
yeah, Beast was just announced.
Well,
I don't
Beast-
think pre-orders went up yet.
Not that I know of, but I'm really surprised we haven't gotten like of them in those costumes, because you have to figure those costumes are only going to be for the first 3 or 4 episodes. And obviously they did the pre-orders for Apocalypse last year, so he'd be coming around the time the season ends, like a few months after.
Well, the season ends in the middle of August.
Well, yeah, and then he's supposed to ship in what?
October.
So again, I'm just surprised that them in those costumes weren't like right away. Like Morph has his kind of Age of Apocalypse costume,
right?
So that's kind of cool. And then I did like I liked how Cyclops looked too. I liked how Jean looked
because it was a mix of their X Factor.
Yeah, like a little bit, yeah. But episode 1 was fine. It kept me interested. What really got me was episode 2, when they put together X-Force, and then they had him hit X-Factor, and then the whole opening opened with X-Force and X-Factor. Yeah. That was just so incredible. I love that so much that they did that opening. Oh, God, dude. I was literally... I mean, I love the second... I love the first X-Factor team, but I love the second one, too. And the fact they put together this X-Force team...
Right.
Where you have 3 of the original new X-Force, not original X-Force, but new X-Force, where they were like actually, with Wolverine and all that. But
it's kind of a mixture of old and new X-Force.
Well, Jubilee and Sunspot were never in it, but they're doing what they have to.
No, Sunspot was in X-Force. He was one of the original members.
Original X-Force, but he wasn't in the one this one is based off of is the X-Force that's supposed to be more of the
Wolverine was supposed to be the leader.
Where it's like the dark versions of X-Force.
Yeah, the Black Ops team. But like I said, it's a mixture of old and new X-Force.
I thought Archangel was the new leader.
No.
Oh, I thought he was. I could have sworn he was. The books I read, he was always leading the team. Whatever.
Maybe it was the later ones after.
There's been like 6 different ones since when Liefeld originally created it. So, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. But I liked what they did with Jubilee. Like, I actually am starting to like Jubilee. I've never been a huge Jubilee fan.
Yeah, she was always like, to me in the show, she was always annoying. But now it's like, okay, she's grown up.
Because they did the same thing with Shadowcat in the early years where Shadowcat was in there. It's kind of same with Magic. But like, they were always interesting characters. Jubilee was always kind of like, oh, I shoot little fireworks out of my hands and stuff,
But it's like X-Men'97 kind of showed you, like, okay, if she really wanted to, she could fuck you up.
And they showed that last season with her like little Mojo episode. But like, he's really. All right, hold on a second. All right, give me a second, guys.
Excuse me while Brian's going to discipline his children. He shall be right back. Should I sing little elevator music while he's gone?
My boys have video games set up right in the other corner, and we used to do this later, so it wasn't really a factor. But I told them if they want to play their video games, it's fine, but they got to keep it down. But they're just bickering back and forth, and it's getting distracting. So I apologize to anybody watching this or watching this on the replay. So anyway, I did like the fact that we got to see the king of this version. Did you notice that?
The what?
The Rama Tut was
Rama, yeah, Kang, yeah. Gotcha.
That's the king. That's from the Council of Kangs of this era.
Right.
And I thought that was kind of cool that they brought him in there. I didn't expect that. I love that they had the horsemen that they had. I thought it was a little weird that the one with the Bolka, is that Death or no?
No, it's War.
War. I for some reason I kept, but yeah, like that they killed him off already. But I'm assuming Apocalypse can just bring him back and probably will. But
yeah, remember he has the resurrection chamber or whatever.
yeah,
Because that's how he's bringing Gambit back, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what you expect. But again, I thought it was pretty awesome that they showed him just like off him. That was kind of cool. But it's more than I remember seeing him do in, you know, I don't know. Seeing War,
I like the interaction between
the Civil War drummer guy and like, you know, all that shit. Like it was cool to see a lot of these guys animated like you'd never seen before. And I really hope we get figures of the Horsemen. I really do.
I doubt it.
Really?
Unless they make it like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive set.
I don't know. Maybe because of or a made to order, especially if you give them all the actual horses, the three that were with Archangel originally. But even if it's just the ones from the show, you can definitely make like the drummer guy and dude. But even just all I'm all over the place because I watched all three back to back to back, so it's hard for me to remember which ones are which. I just remember X-Force and X-Factor were in the second episode. And
yeah, the drummer guy was in the first episode because they were fighting because he had his future horseman there.
Yeah.
But what I liked most about the second episode was the interaction between Cable and Jubilee after he had offed War.
Yeah.
And he was like, Archangel was like, "Oh, there's no saving him, Jubilee. He has to die." So, but then after that, Jubilee's like, "Listen, man. Be like, if you want me to stay in this team, man, can we do a little less killing, please?"
But that's what X-Force was. They were always the team sent.
They were a Black Ops team. It's always been that way.
Yep.
But then Cable just looked at her like, fine.
I mean, it was so much fun. I really enjoyed all three episodes.
And Psylocke, man.
Episode 1 and 2. Episode 3, I felt like was just like, okay, we're telling you the backstory of how Apocalypse becomes Apocalypse and just how ruthless he is and da 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 da. That kind of.
But they almost had him. They almost changed him.
Yeah, but you knew Magneto was trying to like get in there and whatever, and it.
Yeah, well, Magneto's a fuck up. Let's just call it what it is. And like at the end of the day,
Magneto's always right. Magneto's always right. Magneto's like my favorite character. So,
like, listen, let's really call it what it is.
Magneto is to me what Wolverine is to you. I love Wolverine, but I love Magneto more. And like Archangel and Magneto, Storm. That would
the thing with Magneto is it's like he set himself up to fail. It's like, dude, you knew like. You're like, he was like, "Oh, I'm just trying to follow your ways, Charles." And then even Charles was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" He's like, Charles was like, dude, I'm like, this motherfucker is gonna fuck us over eventually. And guess what happened? Charlie was right.
Well, but that's always the back and forth between Magneto and Professor X. And sometimes Magneto actually is right, and most of the time Professor X. It's the dream versus the harsh reality.
The truth. It's the same thing with Supergirl, where everybody's like, Clark sees the dream while Kara sees the truth. So it's like you have that same dynamic with.
That was part of the movie I left out that I liked. I liked all the flashbacks to show what made her and her people, you know, how she has all the turmoil. So just a quick side note. I liked the scenes with Krypton a lot. And like,
I did too, and
saved like that portion and how that's how the kryptonite came to affect them and all the rest of that. I really like that a lot.
And it also confirmed that
about how Jor-El thought Kal-El would dominate. You know.
Yeah, it kind of confirmed that where it's like,
yeah. Anyway, we missed that part, but anyway, before we get into another tangent, as we always do.
But the other thing about episode 2. But the other thing.
Was great.
But the other thing about episode 2 was Psylocke, where she finally has more than like a word or two or a scene or two. Like,
I mean, all of it. Same with Archangel. Angel never really had much of anything in the original show. I mean, he had
more. Yeah, he had more involvement in the show than Psylocke ever did.
But at least in this episode, they kind of made they made comments about his original roots, where in the show they always made him like he had never been a part of the X-Men, and it always drove me nuts. It was like he's a founding member, like he's one of the most. Again, I'm a huge Angel fan, so it really always pissed me off to like note it. Like even in the movies, it was the same way. It's like, why is he always like? Probably because of money and the wings and all that, but like he was always like an afterthought, and I was always like, dude was a founding member. And it's like it always just goes to Beast, Jean Grey, Cyclops, and even Iceman. I mean, Iceman at least gets in the movies, but even him, he's supposed to be like a student at the time. So it always just bothered me that they go that route with the original team. The original team should always be the older ones teaching the other people, kind of thing. But anyway.
Well, yeah, but even Iceman in the show had like what, 2 episodes?
I don't even know if he had that. I don't even remember him in the show.
Or maybe it was just one. I think it was just the one.
I honestly don't even remember him being in the original show, and I've been hoping
he was. It was the episode where he was dating Polaris. Polaris goes missing, but it turns out she left him to go join X Factor.
I remember Polaris was barely in it too, so it was good to see her having some parts in it too.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, and again, it just really shows you how grown up Jubilee has become, because she's like eventually convinces her to be like, "Yo, you're not like you're jailing your own people, like." Really?
Yeah, that was a little like, that was a little rough, like seeing them like put them all in camps and stuff, because that's not.
Valerie should have known better.
She's another one I'm hoping we get a figure of. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like she's a very big part. It's kind of like Trask. It's like there's certain characters. Like I'm glad that we got what's his name's head at least that we could put on that body, because I feel like that's a big character to not have in there, a big antagonist. But no, I mean, like I said, episode 3 was just a lot of setup for the past ones, and now we must strike the X-Men at their most vulnerable, the 1990s. Like, it was like really.
I'm wondering if this sets up like him going like. I wonder if any parts of 92 will be involved in that, where it's like, oh, he goes back.
I mean, the scene that they've shown multiple times in the first season and this season of Cable fighting Apocalypse, that is from the original series.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I always wondered why it was in there in the beginning when it was never in season 1, but I was like, well, it is from the first series, so but it's just updated.
And also with episode 2, you kind of feel like there's some elements of the Executioner song in there, where like X Factor and X-Men are like chasing X-Force because of Cable being framed by his brother, or his clone, I should say. So I kind of felt like I seen like little itty bitty parts, and I'm hoping at some point they do adapt Executioner's song. But then again, it's like Apocalypse is already the main baddie in the second season, so I don't see them actually doing that anytime soon.
One thing I really wish they had done, and somebody mentioned this on a show I watched, it was probably Gotham City Tonight that I saw this on, but like I really wish they had made season 2 X-Men 98. Because then you could have just, each season could have been like it's 97, 98, 99, 2000, and just keep going and going until whenever they decide they're done with it or whatever. But for me, I hope it lives on 10 seasons because there's plenty of stories to tell. But it's just such a fun thing. I look forward to it every week. And I don't know if you ever watched what was it, the Spider-Man Brand New Day or whatever the cartoon is. Did you watch that one?
I did not bother it. Look, I did not like the animation of it.
I didn't like it at all at first either, but the more I watched it, the more I got used to it. And in the story itself, I really got into it towards the end, and I'm really looking forward to the new season, which is about to start. I would definitely, the first 3 episodes were a little hard for me to get through because it was so jarringly different. But I mean, obviously I'm a big Spider-Man guy, but I don't know. I really liked it. I would definitely suggest if you have the time to go back and watch it. But this is coming from a guy who is a big Spider-Man guy and has still not watched Spider-Man Noir. But that's just been about.
I still haven't watched Noir neither.
And mainly it's just because anytime I've had free is like when I'm going to bed, I don't want to start to watch it and then like drift to sleep and not
sleep. Really, yep, same with me.
It's like I want to sit down and just watch it. So, and I hear Nicolas Cage is great in it. He's, wow.
Yeah, like I like. most of the reviews I've seen have been very positive.
Even Nicolas Cage haters have been like, if there's a role for Nicolas Cage, this was it. So
yeah, so
and I loved him in. I mean, I love the the Spider-Verse movies. Those movies are fantastic. So, but yeah, I don't know, just some thoughts. But overall, X-Men'97 so far bangers. Like I said, episode 3 wasn't my favorite, but it was still fun.
3 was kind of the weakest of them.
Yeah, and there's always like one that's like, honestly, I didn't love the Mojo one last season.
No,
it was still entertaining. I still liked it for what it was.
But that one was kind of like, that was episode 4, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, it was one of the early ones as well.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's just, I just hope they continue to do. It's like one of those shows I will literally wait every week and watch every episode every week. I don't like a lot of the. I tend to have this habit of just waiting till all the episodes are out, and then binge watch it all at once. I'm starting to do that. Like, part of me was wanting to do that with House of the Dragon, but then I'm like, you know what? I can't. I can't contain myself.
Dragon, I've only watched the first 2 episodes of the new season so far. I think only 2, because the third one just dropped yesterday, right?
Yeah, third one just dropped. It drops Sundays, so
yeah. Because my wife watches her like Love Island shows and whatever. So like right now she's watching.
My niece is obsessed with that.
It's always like either that or the other one where they're all blind or whatever, the blind dating one. But anyway, Love is Blind. That's the other one. But because she's watching that, we have to typically wait till Wednesday to watch the show because that's when she doesn't have an episode on to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so yeah, it's one of those things where it's like the first 2 episodes were so good, I can't wait to watch. Oh, excuse me. Can't wait to watch the next one, but again, I have to wait for my wife, so it's kind of like. But those shows are always so good. It's such a shame that the last season of Game of Thrones was such shit because
show. Don't get me started on that shit.
Oh, I know. You ask anybody who loved the show, they all are like, "Yeah, it fucking sucks that they ruined it." And that's one of those ones I have to agree. And again, it wasn't the ending I wanted, but whatever.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. All right. Well, let's. One last thing. I'm so excited that we saw like Marvel Boy, Penance, like a bunch of like the Chamber.
I think we saw Omega also, right?
Who?
I think we saw Omega too, right? Didn't we?
Kid Omega.
Yeah, well, most of the Generation X guys.
Yeah, Kid Omega, like he's
Kid Omega, yeah.
But he's also Marvel Boy, which is the same thing. Just.
Well, I know him as Omega or Kid Omega.
Kid Omega, Marvel Boy. It's all the same. All the same character. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Or whatever. Why am I getting echo? Anyway. But yeah. So it was just fun to see a lot of those other little characters, especially in the holding cells and stuff. I was like literally like, who's in there?
Trying to be like, look at all the Easter eggs, right?
I was totally having so much fun with that. I was totally like just checking out every little corner. But all right, so let's go on. Let's move on to your the video game stuff that you wanted to touch on.
So a couple of weeks ago, they had the EVO tournament, and so they made an announcement for one of the upcoming games. It's Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. It's the new 4v4 fighting game being developed by Arc System Works, the same guys that made Dragon Ball Fighters, Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue. I played the beta for it. It's pretty good. The mechanics are a little different, especially for a 4v4 fighting game. But so far, they announced the final team in the game, which is
like Rivals. Is it like that?
No, nothing like Rivals. It's literally a 4v4, like Marvel versus Capcom style fighting game.
This was 2-on-2?
No, 4v4.
Wow, that's confusing. Okay.
4 versus 4. Like,
keep in mind, I don't play a lot of those games anymore. I don't get to play games, period.
So Marvel versus Capcom 2 had 3v3, right? Same with Ultimate Marvel versus Capcom 3. So these guys took it up a step further and they're like, how can we make it different? So what they did was they made it 4 versus 4. So they have teams. You pick a team of 4. They have the Avengers as the first team they announced. No. Then they had the Unbreakable X-Men. Then they had the Amazing Spider-Man's team, which consists of Spider-Man. There's a couple of other people, but the most interesting team is the final team that they announced. At first, they were going to call them the Midnight Suns, but then they changed it to the Samurai Outriders, which consists of Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider, Loki, Deadpool, and Blade. Which, for the first time ever in a fighting game, we get a Blade.
I'll take it.
Which, like, to me, like, the minute they announced him, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I knew I was getting this game day one, but now it's like made me very excited because I literally already know, like, I'm going to be playing this team as soon as it comes out. At first, I was going to be like Unbreakable X-Men was going to be my team, which consists of Wolverine, Storm, Danger. I forgot who the fourth. Oh, Magic. So that's the Unbreakable X-Men. And then they had the villains team, which consists of Magneto, Doctor Doom, Green Goblin, and Carnage. My theory is they're saving Venom as DLC at some point. So I figured that was going to be the case. And then the Avengers consist of Hulk, Black Panther, Captain America, and Iron Man, which is, your normal staples there. And then I forgot who the Team Spider-Man team is outside of Spider-Man, and also Peter Star-Lord is in it, is on Spider-Man's team as well, and I think it might be Penny Parker. I forget, but anyway, the Spider-Man team didn't really blow me away enough to remember them, but. Yeah, but I was excited for the game, and I really can't wait to play it once it comes out. So we'll see how it is once it did. And speaking of, since we're on the same topic of video games, what are your thoughts?
Sony one is a pretty big one.
Yeah,
that's got a lot of people, especially as physical has come back. It's got a lot of people pretty worked up.
Oh yeah. Like me, I always tell people all the time, always buy physical. Never buy digital. Like, I mean, you can buy digital if you want. You can have a mixture of both, but always have physical.
I've bought X-Men the arcade game twice on Xbox 360 and on my phone, and it can't play the phone one anymore. And I don't use my Xbox 360 anymore, and it didn't transfer over to my Xbox One or Xbox Series X. So yeah, I hear you.
So but now my
Xbox Series X, we didn't even get the disc player because it's my kids. We use it for my kids, and I mean, they always fuck up the drives on all the older ones. So
yeah, and apparently the next generation of systems are going to have no disc drives whatsoever. It's going to be all digital.
Well,
and I'm like, that's a big mistake.
You would think that they'd be doing that to make it cheaper, but it's not going to make
it's not making it cheaper. No, and then they're sitting there talking about, between tariffs and the microchip shortage, prices are going to go up. That's like it again, and they're raising prices again for all the systems. So it's like,
is it really surprising? Because I mean, all these bigger and better systems are coming out, and for the most part, games have stayed around $60 since back when Xbox and PlayStation 1 came out. I mean, that's just the truth. Because
now they're slowly going up now because Switch,
Nintendo 8-bit games were $40. And even the other games stayed till $40 until Nintendo 64, and then they went up to like 50. So like when the disc one started coming out at 60, I mean, they've been that for a long time now.
Yeah.
So I know PlayStation games were typically about 40 to 50, depending on if they were double disc, but still, I mean.
But now it's like the Nintendo Switch games used to be like $50-$60. Now for Switch 2, some of them are like $70-$80 now.
But they also have a shit ton more content than they used to. I mean, you can go so much further. Like, I get it for a game like,
But that's the part that gets me, because a lot of those games are pretty much game key cards. I don't know if most people don't know how this game key card thing works. It's essentially you're essentially putting this game in to be able to unlock and play it. Like it's like almost you're downloading the entire game digitally.
Yeah, I mean that's how my kid's Switch works, but we haven't gotten him a Switch 2 yet. But
if I were you, you got till September, man, because it's gonna go up in price
again, usually they go down. Usually they go down the longer they're out. But...
No, it's going September. It's going up another $50.
And how long has PlayStation 5 been out?
Was it since COVID?
I mean, it feels like it because I'm like, I want to get one, but I'm like, I feel like the next one's going to come out
very soon. Yeah, I want
to be able to play the Spider-Man games and stuff, and like the new Wolverine game. Is the Wolverine game going to be? It's just PlayStation, right?
Yes,
because there's Wolverine, and then there's another big superhero one coming out.
Venom. Wolverine. I'm kind of
Venom's coming out the following year after that.
No, Venom got canceled.
No, they had it as one of the games that will not have a disc. They talked about it being that'll be the next one to not have it. That'll be I think they said Wolverine will be the last one available with disc, and then Venom is going to be the first one without a disc.
Oh, because from the last article I read, it was canceled.
Oh, I don't know.
The Venom game wasn't happening.
I don't know. I just when I read about the whole thing we're talking about, that was one of the big things they talked about.
I don't know. Maybe things changed, and
the whole physical thing has been like all over the internet, just about as big as the.
And the funny thing was, my friend was like, "Well, Xbox announced it was going all digital and getting rid of physical games, and nobody batted an eye." And I'm like, "Yeah, because that's what Xbox doesn't sell as well as PlayStation."
Well, listen, there's a reason why GameStop has basically become retro games, action figures, and Pokemon cards.
Oh, have you seen what they did with the pricing now? They're literally scalping.
They have been.
No, I mean, they took it to a whole other level. Like, you know, the 30th anniversary box set, it's normally $180, right? They're selling it for $600.
Yeah, I have no idea. Dude, they've been doing this bullshit forever. They sell the common cards for like $1 a piece. They literally like it's ridiculous. I mean, it's GameStop. They're always up to some shit.
Yeah, it's like, and on top of that, did you know GameStop's removing the point accrual system now?
Really?
Yeah.
Probably because they have no games to put towards the points.
Well, again,
I got to cancel my thing anyway because I only buy like maybe 3 or 4 things from there all year because most of the stores have closed. So.
Yeah, dude, in February when mine expires, I'm pretty much canceling it.
Yeah, I always think about it, so I got to go in there
and on top of that, with the way they're like their McFarlane Platinums, they already raised it $10, which is like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, okay, this is the last time I ever pre-order with you guys. Go fuck yourself.
That's why I actually got Blanca from them because it was 35 plus with points. It came down to like $30. I was like, okay, I'm fine with paying $30. The regular figures are 31 at fucking Walmart, so I was like, I'm with $30. But I mean, that was the whole reason I went there, and luckily I ran into a friend there, so it was good to see him. But yeah.
Well, again, it just sucks because it's like GameStop is so out of touch. Like their CEO is a fucking moron.
Let's not get into another tangent about GameStop. I used to work for GameStop. You used to work for GameStop. It's a fucking joke of a company. It was even back then. Like, oh god, the amount of times I would have to listen to someone tell me about the new thing coming out or whatever else when I was calling there just to find out if they were open. It was like, shut up and tell me if you're okay. You're there. You're open. Oh no, we open in 20 minutes. Fuck you.
Like why were we even at...
I hated that whole speech you had to give. You can pre-order da. Fuck off. I don't need to hear this every time I want to fucking just buy a toy. Fuck off. Oh, we have Tomahawk for pre-order. When I was buying Blanca, I'm like, I don't do pre-orders. Thanks though. Oh, are you sure? Because we're also getting... I don't care. Just ring me up.
Oh. Like, give me my shit, dude.
At least they're not trying to sell me the fucking magazine that I never read anyway.
And they don't even include those in the fucking thing anymore.
Nope.
I'm like, that's fucking sad.
It's whatever. It's fucking GameStop.
Oh.
They're gonna go look for the dodo. Don't worry.
Wow.
But anyway, so yeah, no more physical. I'm not surprised. I knew that was going to be the ultimate thing to take off. Well, we already did predictions on Odyssey and Spider-Man Brand New Day. Your other thing was talking about why are we seeing less and less waves of Marvel Legends MCU figures for big movie releases? Probably because they don't sell. I mean, honestly, they really don't. The Avenger movies figures typically sold, but like look at most of the waves that they've come out with, especially for Disney Plus stuff. They all go to clearance or they all end up at fucking Ollie's or Ross.
I mean, the Thunderbolt 2-packs.
They haven't showed up at Ross or Ollie's yet, but they definitely were deep discount at Walmart. But Walmart was also trying out that whole collector thing. And I am curious to see if they'll bring that back towards the end of the summer. Because if you remember, that all came out around SDCC.
Right.
Here. So it'll be interesting to see if it comes back. Because they ran it all the way through the end of Christmas.
Well, they already have the site up for CollectorCon. Nothing's up there yet, but
oh yeah,
still.
that's soon, isn't it?
Yeah, they have it like 3 times a year.
That was what this guy was supposed to be a part of. But
yes,
like, people who ordered it from Walmart still haven't gotten theirs, from what I understand.
Yeah, I got. Thankfully, we got ours from Pulse. So
yeah, thanks to you because I didn't even know it was up there, and as soon as I ordered it, I got it 3 days later.
So.
But yeah, I mean, what is it? They got that 250th Duke.
Yeah. Which I still haven't gotten yet. Who
was coming out from Legends? Did they have a Legends release?
I don't think they announced anything yet.
Usually they have a wrestler. I mean, SDC is what, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, 3
Yeah,
weeks?
they're gonna announce it soon.
Oh, I'm sure we're gonna see a lot of stuff at SDCC.
And probably whatever.
They usually give us a little sprinkle of something too beforehand. So
yeah. I mean, whatever McFarlane stuff.
I'm sure we're going to see something for more than just Hulk and Spider-Man. Because it is odd that we only got Spider-Man and Hulk when we already know most of the villains and stuff that are going to be in it.
Right. And I'm just like, I'm shocked because I thought we were going to get more figures. I mean, we did get that Punisher that could that newer Punisher that came out that could kind of fit that.
That's for the one shot, though.
I understand, but again, that kind of could fit Brand New Day.
I am excited to get that Punisher, though.
Well, actually, I got charged for it already from Big Bad Toy Store, so.
I am going to bed.
All right, buddy. Good night. I love you. Sweet dreams, okay? I'll give you a hug when I come up.
I said contact me in.
Sorry, boys are going to bed. Got to say good night.
Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
They better not have bed bugs. That's Uncle Kadri. You know Uncle Kadri. All right. So last on the stuff. I mean, the movie figures. It just seems to be the way it went. I mean, you keep in mind, like I've been posting up old.
The old back in the day stuff, right?
Yeah, and it's been very popular.
But like, yeah, Well, it made me think about it when I see those posts.
When I was helping Pete get stuff ready for the Bellicon, when I was taking out some of his books, I was finding stuff like this, and then when I started looking around some of my older books, I was also finding them like this, like for the Galactus one. But what I was like, well, why don't I pull out all the comics from all my old Toy Biz ones, because those are going to have a ton of them, and sure as shit. And again, these have been getting a lot of when I post on them, I'm getting a lot of likes and comments on them. I mean, you remember these things? These things were god awful, like little mini statue things.
Oh, the die-cast metal ones.
Yeah, and then you also had that's series 2. There was the other ones like that were like the little gamer pieces that were like the little mini.
Right.
Like MODOK. So I have a whole bunch of these lined up to be showing. But like this came with Nightcrawler and it was part of the Galactus set. This came with Abomination. And it's another figure factory. This came with a Hulk, so obviously it's all the original ones. I mean, this was such a great start.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, this was supposed to be a Toy Biz figure, like a before Marvel Legends figure. But anyway, like look at, I mean, that's why don't they do shit like this anymore? But what I was going to show you was like, oh, here, look at that.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I was going to show you was like back in the day, they had, let's see if I can find it again. Maybe it's on the back of Pete's. But back in the day when they had the comics and stuff, or they had the waves, it would be only like 3 MCU figures and 3 comic figures, if you remember.
Right.
Yeah, none of these have the newer ones. But yeah, back in the day, they would have like, you would get like Captain America, like when the Captain America movie came out, you had Captain America, you had Black Widow, you had Winter Soldier, and then you had 3 comic characters and then a Build-A-Figure. And the Build-A-Figure was Mandroid, which was a comic.
Oh, you remember Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Amazing
Where
Spider-Man
they had
Electro, it was Pizza Spider-Man, it was the movie Spider-Man.
No, not Pizza Spider-Man. It was movie
Pizza
Spider-Man, Electro. They had what's her face? Anya, one of the other Spider Woman.
Yeah, it was the 2 Spider Women. It was it was the one from Old Man Logan.
Right.
Hawkeye's kid. I'll look it up on the good old Legends verse, which is how I keep track of what I have and what I don't have, because sometimes I forget. Let's see here. Checklists. Let's go down to Marvel Legends. And what was that, 2016?
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
2015, 2016? Give me the years. What are you doing? Oh, come on. What is it?
Might have been 2015.
Just trying to get to that section. Legends Waves. Okay. Oh, they finally added the Outriders. Let's get down to, it's going to be one of the first. Oh, I went too far. Yes, great content, right, folks?
Yeah.
Here's me looking for Marvel Legends from back in the day. There's all the crappy Hasbro ones. Return to Marvel Legends and the first wave. Yeah, first wave that was after the Return of Marvel Legends, where we started getting the standard that we know and love, was the Mandroid wave, which gave us that like red skull that wasn't like the movie, but wasn't
right.
It was basically using the Nick Fury from the 2-pack or 3-pack, whatever that was. But you're talking about, I believe that was the Green Goblin wave, wasn't it?
The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
View all 2014 figures. Let's see. There was the Strife wave for Build a Jubilee.
Yeah, that was the X-Men.
There was the Groot wave, and there was the Mandroid wave. So that's not it.
Next, it was 2015. I think that's when Spider-Man 2 came out.
Fuck.
Can't believe that was like over 10 years ago.
2014. So let me check 2015. Yeah, that's the one with Ultron. And so Pizza Spidey wave was for
Pizza Spidey was all comic.
It was all comic.
Because that was when you had 2099 and Daredevil.
Yeah, it's Daredevil. And then Avengers was Thanos. Yeah, still no, not that Spider-Man wave. Let me try the other years.
Had to have been 2015, man. Because I think
can't be 2013 because that was still Return.
No. Because
the Iron Man wave. That was when they first introduced like the Wolverine wave and the
right.
wave.
Try 2016.
I just did, didn't I? Oh no, I didn't. 2016 is Juggernaut wave. The Space Venom wave. So still nothing. Maybe they just don't have it in the right
They
spot.
didn't list it then. You know what? Just look up Amazing Spider-Man 2 Marvel Legends wave.
I'll look up Electro and see if it comes up that way. Sometimes it's a little finicky. It's typically a really good site.
Can't be that good if they don't have that wave.
They have it. It's just like I said, sometimes it can be a little finicky when you look up like certain call things. There we go. Spider-Man. So Spider-Man Wave 2, 2014.
So it was 2014. Okay.
So yeah, and it shows it with the waves I just told you about. Okay, so it was part of the Green Goblin wave, and that included Skyline Sirens, which was the it was this Spider-Woman.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the running change was the red one.
Well, it was just the alternate one. That was the one that was from Old Man Logan. And then it also had the terrible Toxin figure.
Yes.
The first Superior Spider-Man. It doesn't show any of the others. Maybe I have to go to a second page. Maybe that's why I missed it. That's weird. It was doing that to me the other day too.
Was it a part of that wave? I don't remember it being part of that wave.
Who?
The movie, the Spider-Man movie figures.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Because this was like the first Spider-Man wave was with the Green Goblin wave.
Oh, you're talking about the Ultimate Green Goblin.
When I looked up Electro, that's who came up. So it's probably just taking me to the second page.
Okay. Maybe you're right then, yeah.
Hold on. I just tried a different look at it. Gamora, Wolverine, Strife, Storm, Magneto, Cyclops, Superior Spider-Man, Skyline Sirens, Spawn of Symbiotes. So I think it's because they have them mixed in with other ones. Toxin.
Yeah, he was also like a running change because they had certain ones where they were like.
Here it is. Yeah, so you had Black Cat, Electro, Movie Spider-Man. You had Beetle. That was here. You can see here. Beetle, Boomerang.
Yeah, so they were part of a different wave. They weren't part of that.
They were part of the Green Goblin wave. You can see. Look, Electro has the. Look, Electro comes with the arm.
Okay, so then a lot of them were running changes then.
Well, it's because like Black Cat had an alternate. Boomerang and what's his face? It was like Deadliest Foes were Boomerang or Beetle, and then like for Marvel's Electro, it was Marvel's Electro or Marvel's Spider-Man, and for the Skyline Sirens, it was Black Cat or it was whoever the other.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Now I remember a lot of them had a lot of running. That entire wave had different running changes at different times.
Yep.
That's why it's confusing.
2014, part of the Hasbro Green Goblin wave. Retail price of Green Goblin torso bath piece. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about a different one.
Yeah, I remember it now.
But yeah, anyway, yeah, it's not showing me the other ones, but I have them all marked as that I have them all. But I know it was Spider-Man was from that wave, and now it makes sense. But
makes sense, yeah, because of the running changes.
But yeah, I mean,
I really hated when they did that.
But like one of the waves that we could talk about would be like I said, like a lot of the early Avengers movies, you only got a few figures, and then they came out with more as the movies were successful.
Yeah.
I have no doubt we'll be getting more of Spider-Man and Hulk here as things go on. Am I losing your interest, sweetie? But anyway, so that puts us at just about 2 hours, and I think we covered everything we were going to talk about, correct?
I think
you wanted to talk about, let's talk about Figure Arts Gamerverse Wolverine. That's the last topic of the night.
So what did you think of it from the videos you've seen?
I mean, he looks good to me. You don't think so? I mean, I
No,
know.
I mean he looks great. My only gripes with him are the part swap clause. I'm not a big fan of those because I kind of feel like if you get the wrong one and they kind of don't stay in and they keep popping out, because when I saw D Amazing's review, he kept popping them out by accident.
That's how it is. That's how it is for me with the Blockies one, or
Yeah,
whatever the hell they're calling them. But that's exactly how it is for me with those.
so it's like I'm like,
Staying
God.
on.
So it's like I'm like, oh, come on, man. I'm like, is it going to be my definitive Wolverine? I don't know. I'd have to literally get it in hand to kind of make that judgment.
Yeah.
But from all the reviews and everything I've seen, like he looks really good. I'm not going to lie. He looks really good. I think he's probably going to be the best one out of the 3 so far that's been released.
Well, when are you getting yours?
I don't know. It's supposed to come out here out west this month. So we'll wait and see.
All right.
Because it's already out in Japan.
Fair enough.
And usually we get it out. We usually get it in a month. A month after Japan gets them.
Unless you're D Amazing.
Yeah, well, D Amazing got a lot of. He knows some peoples.
He's also D Amazing.
Yeah. So.
Friend of the show, D Amazing.
Mm-hmm. We have to have him on again when he's not busy.
Well, now is definitely not the time.
Yeah, I know.
Now he's in county. Yeah. But anyway, well, that should wrap it up for us. Great show as always, my friend.
Great show, yes.
Our topics. I missed Danny tonight, but hopefully we'll have him back next week. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so our thoughts are with Danny as he's got some stuff going on. So hopefully he'll be able to join us back next week. And that's all I got for you. So yeah, go watch X-Men'97. I'm sure we'll recap it next week. And we'll be back at you next week with all our normal banter and opinions and tangents and all the stuff we normally do, along with our pickups. If I find anything else, hopefully I get those other Batman figures. But yeah.
Yeah, you saw the McFarlane stuff, right?
Yes. Well, I sent you
the thing. Yeah, like
Black Mask and Black Adam are two.
I don't understand why they put Black Mask as a platinum. Like Sentinel, I get it because he's kind of like a one-off Alan Scott variant. But like Black Mask, really? Like you motherfuckers know people have been asking you for years for Black Mask.
I see more Vigilante platinums than I see the regular.
Yeah, but again, Vigilante is not a popular character compared to Black Mask.
Well, why is Green Poison Ivy the platinum and not the white or not the plain one? Again, it's McFarlane. We only have to deal with it for another few months, and then it's 5 more months, and then we'll be bitching about whatever Mattel doesn't release before they release it. So,
well, you know what? No matter how much I'll complain about Mattel, I'll still be happier with it than fucking McFarlane and their bullshit.
And normally I would have all these photos set up and ready to go, but I was like, it's McFarlane. It'll be old news tomorrow, and there'll be something else that he drops that nobody was expecting, or
just like the collector's editions.
I'm just looking forward to the absolute figures that he's going to release. That'll probably be $65.
I'm pissed. I'm still fucking livid about that shit. It's like you put the one version, you make the one version that everybody's gonna want as a fucking elite for $60, while you put a regular version with the mask on that's not removable. So it's like, really? Like I'm like, fuck you. I'm happy you lost the license because you're a real piece of shit, fucking Todd Father. Because you know, at the end of the day, I'm still gonna buy both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, do I really need a fucking Bullock figure? No, but I don't have a Bullock figure, and I figured. And again,
I mean,
I've been wanting to get the original animated version one forever, the clear version, but he's so fucking expensive. And I was like, I'm better off just getting this one.
I have a Bullock figure, but I want the Officer Montoya because I missed out on her. So now I'm like, So it's like, now it's like, fuck you guys, man. It's like, I'm fucking tired of it. But again, I don't think that line's going to end when he loses the license.
I don't think so either.
Because he owns DC Direct, so he'll be pointing those out. He'll probably take a little break and then start pumping them out again. And it's like, ugh. But again, like you said, McFarlane's gonna McFarlane, so fuck him.
Yeah.
You know, the asshole still hasn't announced any of his San Diego Comic-Con exclusives yet?
Well, he will. And he'll
Yeah,
probably
at the last minute.
He'll probably be giving away a bunch of free figures again, too. So, whatever. We can go on all night. But I digest.
Digress.
I know. As Ryan Dole would say, if you're a Dole fan, you would know that. You really should join the fan club. I'm telling you.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Maybe you should watch him. He's right up your alley. Gotham City tonight. Go watch it. Because Alex Brewer is on there, too. And they're both fantastic to watch together.
I will.
Give it a shot.
I will.
Tell me you'll give it a shot. Just tell me you'll give it a shot.
I give it a shot, okay? My dear brother Numsy, okay?
I gotta taste the soup, man. The soup is amazing, man. Anyway, we can go on all night. So, sir, this show has been brought to you by
Turbo Toys
in wonderful Prospect Heights, Illinois, and by our other sponsor,
Mr. Wayne's Pop Culture Collectibles
in Westmont, Illinois. And we thank them for sponsoring our show tonight so that we can bring you this ridiculous content. And we thank all of you for joining us tonight and watching. And for those of you catching us on the replay, thanks for catching us on the replay. Please like, follow, and hit that little bell notification thing that everybody tells me to hit that I always forget to hit, so you'll know whenever we drop new content, like my crappy review of the new Marvel Legends movie Hulk figure. And
that was complete turbo ass.
Wow. Turbo ass.
I only say it out of love.
Turbo ass.
Or maybe just to help you a little more. Turbo ass.
Turbo ass. Wow. Is that spelled Turbo AZZ?
If you want.
Listen, everybody's got to start somewhere, so that was my attempt. Before, I've always just done photo reviews because I didn't want to have to try to sync it all up and whatever, nor do I have the time. That took much longer than I thought it would. But I was told I wasn't very energetic either, so whatever.
You got to do it hopped up on Red Bull, man.
Dude, I'm always hopped up on Monster, so it doesn't matter. I can't even wake up without shoving a Monster down my throat. But hey.
Well, whatever Monster you're taking is not working.
Listen, maybe I'll just do it in one of my many voices, and I'll come to you and I'll say, hello, welcome to Make Mine Marvel Legends.
Marvel.
I'm going to review a toy for you.
Yeah, but then if you keep talking like that, you'll be doing it for 2 hours. That's true.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful night. We'll catch you next time on This Week is Geek. Cue the music.